Today we will discuss about the fundamental units. That means last lecture we have visited and we have discussed that what are the need of the units. Now we will go with the classification of units. See how we can deal with it. So there are basically three types, or we can say that not exactly three types but around 3 to 4 types of units. See what are their basic differences and classifications. So firstly, the very well known that is called fundamental units. So fundamental units means what? Fundamental units, we can say that the unit of length, mass and time were the first conventionally chosen as fundamental units. So जब सबसे पहले कहीं पर भी यूनिट्स की बात की गई, कोई मेज़रमेंट की बात की गई, तो ये जो तीन क्वांटिटी थे, खास करके लेंथ, मास और टाइम, इस तीन क्वांटिटीज़ को सबसे पहले फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज़ माना गया और इसीलिए इन तीनों के यूनिट्स को, लेंथ का यूनिट, मास का यूनिट और टाइम के यूनिट को बेसिकली फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स माना गया। अब एक्चुअली हम लोग 9th में 10th में ये पढ़ के आए हैं कि देयर आर बेसिकली यूनिट सिस्टम्स होती है, सिस्टम ऑफ यूनिट्स होता है और उसके रिगार्डिंग जिसका मेज़रमेंट किया जाता है वो जो क्वांटिटीज़ हैं उसका जो हम यूनिट निकालते हैं उसको हम फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स बोलेंगे। जैसे कि यहाँ पर लेंथ के लिए फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स ऑफ लेंथ क्या होगा, तो इन अर्लियर डेज we can say that length, mass and time were thought to be the fundamental physical quantities and therefore in terms of which the units of all other practical quantity could be expressed। तो ये तीन क्वांटिटी ऐसी हैं जिसकी हेल्प से हम बाकी की क्वांटिटीज़ को भी डिराइव कर सकते हैं एंड देयरफॉर फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स के तौर पे फर्स्ट टाइम दीज थ्री क्वांटिटीज़ आर कंसिडर्ड। सो फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज़ और उनके जो यूनिट्स होंगे वो होंगे फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स। जैसे कि लेंथ के लिए होता है मीटर, उसके बाद अगर हम बोलें मास के लिए होता है किलोग्राम और टाइम के लिए होता है सेकेंड। तो ये जो है मीटर, किलोग्राम एंड सेकेंड, दे आर फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स फॉर दिस लेंथ, मास एंड टाइम। Here again, length, mass and time are fundamental quantities and units of these fundamental quantities are called fundamental units। ये जो है इसको हम MKS सिस्टम बोलेंगे। ऐसा ही हमने देखा है एक सिस्टम हुआ करता था CGS। CGS में क्या होता है, सेंटीमीटर, ग्राम एंड सेकंड सिस्टम। तो लेंथ का यूनिट उसमें होता है सेंटीमीटर, मास का उसमें होता है ग्राम और टाइम के लिए उसमें अगेन होता है सेकेंड। तो CGS है, ये भी एक सिस्टम है। अभी MKS, CGS, उसके बाद एक और सिस्टम थी जिसको बोला जाता था फुट पाउंड सेकेंड सिस्टम। सो ये जो फुट पाउंड सेकेंड सिस्टम है, FPS सिस्टम है, उसमें भी यही चीज़ है। लेंथ के लिए उसमें यूनिट हुआ करता था फुट। आपने देखा होगा कि 1 फुट, फिर 2 फीट, 3 फीट, 4 फीट, हम ये जो डिस्टेंस बोलते हैं वो यही फुट सिस्टम, फुट पाउंड सेकेंड सिस्टम का है। ऐसे ही मास के लिए उसमें पाउंड यूनिट आया करता था। सो पाउंड इज़ ए यूनिट फॉर मास एंड टाइम के लिए उस वक्त भी सेकंड ही था और ये है फुट पाउंड सेकंड सिस्टम में यूनिट्स के में इंफॉर्मेशन। सो फर्स्ट टाइम हमें क्या समझना है कि length, mass and time are considered as a fundamental quantities because in earlier days it was believed that all other physical quantities could be expressed in the terms of length, mass and time. So we can derive almost all quantities from this length, mass and time, and therefore they were called fundamental units. ये बहुत अर्लियर डेज़ की बात है. अर्लियर डेज़ की बात के साथ हम ये भी बता सकते हैं कि जो मेज़रमेंट के लिए सिस्टम पॉपुलर हुई है वो ये 3 नाम से है. आपने इसके बारे में आपके 9th या 10th में कहीं ना कहीं ज़रूर पढ़ा होगा. एम के सिस्टम को बोलते हैं मीटर, किलोग्राम, सेकंड सिस्टम. इस सिस्टम में लेंथ का यूनिट होता है मीटर, मास का यूनिट होता है किलोग्राम और टाइम का यूनिट होता है सेकंड. इसी तरह से CGS सिस्टम में लेंथ का यूनिट होता है सेंटीमीटर, दिस इज नेम इज सेंटीमीटर, ग्राम, सेकंड. तो मास का यूनिट होता है ग्राम और टाइम का यूनिट होता है सेकंड. और इसी तरह से तीसरी यूनिट सिस्टम है फुट, पाउंड, सेकंड. इस फुट, पाउंड, सेकंड में लेंथ का यूनिट होता है फुट, मास का यूनिट होता है पाउंड और टाइम का यूनिट होता है सेकंड. तो ये बिल्कुल फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स की बात हुई. बट एक्चुअली क्या है कि ये फंडामेंटल यूनिट के बाद भी हमें ऐसा नीड हुआ कि वी नीड some other units also for the measurement of some other quantities, because we have also derived some special quantities which are not only used and derived from these quantities. Suppose we can say that some physical quantities need to be included in the list of fundamental units. So ये जो fundamental units हैं ये earlier days के थे. आज के टाइम में फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स में कौन कौन है? तो फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स में एक और है, जैसे कि इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. हमें पता है कि इलेक्ट्रिक करंट उसको भी अभी सिस्टम में लिया गया है. उसके बाद टेम्परेचर का भी मेज़रमेंट करना ज़रूरी है. सो टेम्परेचर करके भी एक क्वांटिटी है जिसका डेरिवेशन इस 3 क्वांटिटीज़ की हेल्प से नहीं हो सकता. देन ल्यूमिनस इंटेंसिटी, वी कैन से दैट ल्यूमिनस इंटेंसिटी, एंड अनदर दैट इज अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सटेंस. सो वी कैन से दैट अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सटेंस. Whatever these quantities are derived, these 4 quantities are also now fundamental quantities. So these quantities are also having their own units, and we can say that they are not derived from this mass, kilogram and second. So after that some time new system is involved in this measurement system, and that is called System International, SI system. So in this System International we have 3 fundamental quantities and 3 fundamental unit as it is. That means for length it is mass, meter, then for mass it is kilogram, for time it is second. But for electric current now ampere is introduced, the symbol is A. For temperature Kelvin is used, the symbol is K. For luminous intensity candela is the unit and it is written as CD. And last, that is amount of substance, is measured in a mole. So there are basically now 7 fundamental units for 7 fundamental quantities. So these 7 quantities are called nowadays basic quantities. Fundamental quantities 3 ही हैं, but after addition of these 4 quantities into these fundamental quantities, now they are considered as that basic quantities and basic units. So now all these are called basic quantities and their units are called basic units. So now we will try and understand how some derived quantities are there in the system. There are basically four types, in which we have studied two types, that is fundamental units and basic units. Fundamental units are for the fundamental quantities, that is length, mass and time. For length it is meter, mass it is kilogram, and time it is second. In the same manner, after some time it is found that these fundamental quantities are not that actual fundamental quantities. We need to add some more quantities to it, and therefore 4 more quantities are added later on, which are called now as a whole basic quantities. So now basic quantities are 7 quantities, in which the 3 fundamental quantities are already added. So now in basic quantities we can say that length, mass, time, electric current, luminance intensity, temperature and amount of substance, that total 7 quantities are called basic quantities. Now there are some supplementary quantities are also there. So now some quantities are called supplementary quantities, that is supplementary, supplementary quantities and supplementary units of that quantities. As per as example, or we can say that as per as our normal information, we can say that plane angle and solid angle, that angle we measured, are generally called as a supplementary quantities. So we can say that plane angle and solid angle are now called that supplementary units for that. तो supplementary units कौन कौन से हैं? So for plane angle the unit is called radian. So radian is a unit for plane angle, it is supplementary units. And solid angle, that is having unit steradian, so it is symbolically it is written as SR. So these two. Then for radioactivity, Becquerel is also there, which is also added later on. So for radioactivity, Becquerel is that supplementary units. We can say that Curie is also used for it. So CI is also called the units for radioactivity. So basically 3 units for 3 other quantities are called supplementary quantities, and their units that are supplementary units. So they are also added later on in the physical measurement system. Now the fourth and that common type, that is called that derived units. Derived unit इसको बोलेंगे. So derived units हम देखेंगे अब. So इसके अंदर समझो वर्ड में ही लिखा है that quantities which are derived from the main fundamental quantities. That means अगर हम कोई एक क्वांटिटी ऐसी डिराइव करते हैं जिसके अंदर हम ये जो फंडामेंटल या बेसिक क्वांटिटीज़ की हेल्प लेकर उसमें से डिराइव करते हैं, देन इट इज़ कॉल्ड द डिराइव्ड यूनिट्स. सो वी कैन सिंपली से दैट द यूनिट्स ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज़ अदर देन द बेसिक यूनिट्स आर कॉल्ड डिराइव्ड यूनिट्स, बट supplementary units are not the part of that. So simply we can say that the units of physical quantities other than the basic units are called derived units, and they are obtained from mathematical relationship between given derived physical quantity and the units of मेंशन बेसिक क्वांटिटीज़। तो हमने यहाँ पर जो ये बेसिक क्वांटिटीज़ मेंशन की है उसकी हेल्प से मैथमेटिकली अगर हम डिराइव कर सकते हैं देन वी कैन से दैट वी हैव दैट डिराइव्ड यूनिट सिस्टम। सो डिराइव्ड यूनिट कौन कौन से हैं? तो हमारे पास कुछ डिराइव्ड क्वांटिटीज़ भी होनी चाहिए। सो सपोज़ डिराइव्ड क्वांटिटीज़ कैसी होती है? Suppose I can say that speed is derived quantity. Now how to define speed? So we have simple term that speed is length upon time. See, here we are using length and time. Now we have length and time in our fundamental quantities. So here we can say that very clearly that our part as whole, here it is clearly derived that speed is derived from length upon time. So length is fundamental quantity, time is fundamental quantity, and therefore speed is a derived quantity on the basis of mathematical representation. So again I would like to repeat that the units of some physical quantities which are other than the basic quantities and the units of them are called the derived units. They are obtained from mathematical relationship between them. So हमें क्या होता है, यहाँ पर मैथमेटिकल रिलेशन मिल रहा है। स्पीड के लिए हम लिख रहे हैं लेंथ अपॉन टाइम, और लेंथ ऑलरेडी फंडामेंटल है, तो इसका यूनिट क्या होगा? So we can say that its units will be meter upon second, or we can say that meter second inverse. तो ये जो हमने यहाँ पर डिराइव किया ये और कुछ नहीं है, इसका डिराइव्ड यूनिट है। सो मीटर पर सेकंड और मीटर सेकंड इनवर्स इज डिराइव्ड यूनिट्स, एंड फॉर विच क्वांटिटी, सो वी कैन से दैट इट इज़ डिराइव्ड फॉर से speed, which is derived quantity. In a same manner, suppose I would like to define as a acceleration. So what is this acceleration? So acceleration means what? So I can say that acceleration has defined in a term of length upon say time square. It is written as meter per second square, or it can be given as meter second raised to minus 2. In a same manner, suppose I want to derive force, is a given as a mathematical term, that is mass into acceleration. So we can say that it is acceleration is the term for the force, that is mass into acceleration. I can say that mass is considered into kilogram and acceleration has meter second minus 2. So we can derive this as that m kg s minus 2, but it is also called Newton in the remembrance of the scientist Newton. So this is also one of the common quantity. तो ये भी हमने पता है, ये हमने ऑलरेडी एक्चुअली पढ़ा हुआ है इसके बारे में भी. So these three are just an example. In our textbook we are given many quantities which are derived, and we are also given their units as derived units. So this is for the part in which we have considered that what are the fundamental quantities and their units, what are basic quantities and their units, then supplementary quantities and their units, and derived units. That means the units for the derived quantities, and derived quantity means the quantities which are derived from these fundamental or from these basic quantities. So derived quantities means the quantities derived from these basic quantities, and therefore their units are called that derived units. Derived units, that is meter per second, we can say that meter second is there here. For kilogram meter second raised to minus 2, so that is kilogram meter second raised to minus 2. All these are derived from here, and therefore it is called, that is, derived units and derived quantities. So this will be the part of this session. One more thing is to be added, that is, if you want to understand more about that SI system with their prefix and symbols, we have in our textbook, that is appendix A2. So appendix A2 gives us a general guideline for using symbols for physical quantities, and in appendix A7 we have chemical elements and nucleides which are given for the same, and for SI units and other units we are given in appendix A8 for guidance and ready reference. So for the book, for detailed explanation of it, we need appendix which is given in our textbook. So when you have your textbook, you can go with that. Here I can explain you that where it is given for your understanding and explanation. See here, this is appendix A2, in which the prefix and suffix for the symbols are given, multiple and submultiple is given. So here we can say that it is from 10 raised to minus 18 to the 10 raised to plus 18. It is explained some general prefix for that units which we are going to use. जैसे कि हम बोलते हैं किलोग्राम, so for that kilogram we have unit given as a K, that is 10 to the power 3. So what does that kilo means? That is 10 to the power 3. In the same manner, suppose we are using centimeter, so centi means what is that? That is general prefix, that is 10 raised to minus 2. In the same manner, sometime we say nanometer, we already have learned that is 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So multiple and submultiple in the term of prefix we are given in this appendix. In a same manner, we have also appendix A7 for general information of chemicals in our routine, that is the general guideline for using symbols for physical quantities, chemical elements and nucleides. So here it is given in our appendix A7, in which they have explained that symbol for physical quantities are normally single letters and printed in italic. So it is in your textbook number part 1 page number 210. So it is explained that symbols for physical quantities are normally single letters and printed in italic or sloping type. However, in case of two letter symbols appearing as a factor in product, some spacing is necessary to separate this symbol from other symbols. Abbreviations, that is shortened form of names of expressions such as P.E for potential energy, are not used in physical equations. These abbreviations in the text are written in ordinary, or we can say that normal Roman type, that is given in textbook. Another thing, that vectors are printed in bold and normal Roman operated type. However, in classroom situation, vectors may be indicated by an arrow on the top of the symbol. I think this also you have learned in your routine study. Multiplication or product of two physical quantities is written with some spacing between them. Division of one physical quantity by another may be indicated with the horizontal bar or with solidus, a slash or a short oblique stroke mark, or by writing it as a product of a numerator and the inverse first power of the denominator. जैसे मैंने अभी यहाँ पे लिख के बताया आपको, that is meter second raised to minus. So this is meter is a numerator and denominator is written with the minus power. So this is the manner in which we can write. That is, here also it is the oblique stroke, that is the stroke meter stroke sm per s. So it is also written that denominator using brackets as a at appropriate place to clearly distinguish between the numerator and the denominator. Now another manner, you will learn it in your routine as we will go with that other sessions. जैसे जैसे हम पढ़ते जाएंगे आपको ये पता होने लगेगा कि ये कैसे लगाया जाता है, कैसे उसको रखा जाता है. Symbol for chemical elements are written in normal or a Roman type. The symbol is not followed by the full stop. That is, for example, कैल्शियम के लिए Ca लिखा जाता है, कार्बन के लिए C लिखते हैं, हाइड्रोजन, हीलियम, यूरेनियम etc. The attached numerals specifying a nuclide are placed as a left subscript as per as atomic number and superscript as a mass number. For example, जैसे कि जो भी रेडियो एक्टिविटी की मैं एग्जांपल दे रहा था उसके अंदर जैसे हम लिखते थे, ये जो है फॉर एग्जांपल U235 न्यूक्लियाइड इज एक्सप्रेस्ड एज 92 U235. So here it is clear that the nuclide are placed at a left subscript. So 92 is the nuclide and it is kept here in a left subscript, which is called also atomic number Z. So it is also called Z as an atomic number. And here we can say that here 235, that is subscript, that is and that is 235 is a superscript, that is called mass number. So it can be in general written as X, we can say that Z and A. So this Z is your atomic number and A is your atomic mass number. So this is also we have to take care when we are going to write in a chemical material or chemical element symbol. Now some more information that you will use in your other routine, that is that the right superscript position is used if required for indicating a state of ionization. That is, suppose I want to say that Al+3, खास करके केमिस्ट्री में इसका ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है. Then Ca+2 as per as textbook if I go, then some material that is PO4 with -3 ionization. So this minus sign on a right superscript explain the ionization condition of the given material. So these are some factors that we have to take care. In the same manner, general guidelines for using symbols for SI units and some other units in SI prefix. Now when we are using SI prefix, we will also follow this. So for that I suggest you all that just go through these ones before going to start the chapter, and as we understand these conditions and these phenomena, we will get the proper information. So actual page number 210 to about 213 are useful for the explanation and study part in a physics. तो इतना पहले अगर हम करेंगे तो आप लोगों को इतना आज आप काम करना है, और इसके साथ हम हमारे नेक्स्ट सेशन की बात करेंगे.